Okay, so keeping up with the topic of short blades, I've got the tier list ranking for all short blade burst darts in God Eater 3. And it's kinda funny because I had to move everything up a spot on this one since I looked into my notes and then I realized that none of them made S tier, so I had to move the A's to S, the B's to A's, the C's to B's, and so on. Anyway, as usual, disclaimer, this is my opinion. You might agree, you might disagree. Don't feel offended if your favorite art is at the bottom of the list, and without further ado, let's get on with it. So first up is Gale Dance, a light attack combo modifier. A golden trail accompanies each swing for extra damage. Pretty similar to the barrages from 2, and that's pretty much all it does. C tier. Licked Cruise, I think that's how you pronounce it. I probably butchered that, but it's the aerial combo finisher that gives you a free retreat. Basically 3's version of Flying Lotus. A tier. Whirling Death. A step attack where the player twirls a bit and then swipes at the target. It's a pretty convenient way to get some damage in, and it's also good for starting combo attacks during openings. S tier. Spect. A heavy combo attack with an element bonus, not really much to say here. C tier. Lightning Scourge. This one is similar to 2's God Stitch, where you plunge the sword into the ground and deal elemental and down bonus damage. I give it a B. I'm not really sure why I found this more useful in 3 than 2. It might have been the extra damage, or I just got better at using it. Stinging Flare is a step attack where the character dashes forward and then stabs the enemy, much like God Eater 2's Phantom Nail. It has super armor and a down bonus, but the fact that it's a step attack in this game instead of a combo finisher is pretty jarring. It already tosses you halfway across the map when you use it, and it's very likely the origami won't even be within your line of sight once the attack's over, which is pretty dangerous if you ask me. C tier. Scorpion, a heavy combo attack finisher. Outside of being tied to your ground combo instead of your step attack, this is basically Stinging Flare without any of the drawbacks I just mentioned a second ago. And it still has the down bonus. S tier. Ashura Slash, a light attack combo finisher and God Eater 3's version of Blood Cascade. Your character stands still and repeatedly swipes at the target until they're either hit or you stop pressing the button. B tier. Rampaging Comet is God Eater 3's Astral Dive. And I give it a B, actually. I wanted to amend what I said about Astral Dive in the God Eater 2 video. I do think I ranked it way too low in hindsight, because it's far more effective once you've already downed the origami or have it stunned and they can't move, and then you can aim for a weak point and go to town, so yeah. Another case of I just simply learned how to use it better after I made the video. Heaven and Earth is a step attack in which a character raises their now glowing sword above their head and brings it down for bonus damage to weak points. It's not as practical as Whirling Death, but I still think it's pretty good. Also, it gets points for looking cool. A tier. Sylphid is unfortunately a very stiff, way worse version of Skydancer. You slice at the origami and you're permitted to continue the combo if the last attack connects. It really just feels like they sucked all the fun out of it. The movement feels really restrictive now. You don't really automatically teleport to other points, and I don't know, the movement feels very, like I said, restrictive, almost like you're forced to just move from side to side instead of just being able to move wherever on the origami. D tier. Rising Shock is a rising edge move, because I'm sure you couldn't guess that just from the name, but a hot pink weapon trail accompanies your character's backflip for bonus elemental damage. B tier. Also bear in mind that this move and all subsequent Rising Edge arts can transition into an aerial combo. Dead End is this game's Fatal Riser. You know, the one where your character puts their back into it? Anyway, yes, your character just grabs the guard arc with both hands and thrusts it upward. It's just as cool in this game as it was in the last one. S tier. And lastly, we have Schwalbe? However you pronounce that. The third and final Rising Edge move in which you're propelled a short distance when you use it. Kinda meh, to be honest. It doesn't really have any of the bonuses that Rising Shock had, and it doesn't look as impressive as Dead End either. C tier. And that's it. All the short blade blood arts ranked, mostly based on my opinion. Y'all know the drill. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all again very soon.